Hey everyone, it's me. Like I promised you, I was going to be real open, honest, and transparent. And that's why you see me refreshing my braids, my twist right now. Because I was sitting here retwisting my braids. And I was kind of reflecting on this meeting that I had with my discipleship group earlier this week. And basically what we've been doing is we've been kind of going reviewing observing ourselves, examining ourselves, and we've been basically discussing what we recognize as destructive behaviors in our life. Because of course in the kingdom of God's business is people. God's commodity is people. So if we consider ourselves to be children of the King and or ministers and all this other different stuff, we have to make sure that we are detoxed and we're aware of ourselves so that we don't hinder God's process. So there's about 7 of us in the group, and we've kind of went through and found out some destructive behaviors that we might have, voiced them or whatever, and we kind of just walk through them with each other, um, and kind of observe, reflect, and make a plan to make it better. And so, in a nutshell, I realized that one of my destructive behaviors was anger and rage. And I found out that, or I realized that my anger and rage stemmed from not really being able to express myself as a child during the period when my mother and father divorced or separated. It was a very messy type of thing. I mean, my dad had infidelities. A child came out of it. He moved out, and due to the embarrassment for my mother, I, being the youngest and really left to my own self and the friends that I didn't have and did have at the time, no counseling, nothing, kind of had to work through it myself. And if it doesn't come out one way, it comes out another. And so because I was silenced, it began to plant a spirit of insecurity, a spirit of feeling like I was less of value, feeling like I wasn't, important or whatever, and to be heard, or to some, just seeds, just destructive seeds. And anytime I did rage out, it's because it took me to rage out for people to actually shut up and listen and hear me. So that, if whatever works, you go with it, right? And that's what I did. I went with it. So first of all, being angry is not a sin, but acting out in your anger is a sin. Rage is not an option. If you have anger issues, if you feel rage in your heart, you really need to turn that over to God and have Him work on that with you and detox that out of you, because it's not healthy, it's not fun, it doesn't work. And I realized that I have to get it set in my mind that despite whether another person listens or pay attention to anything that I say or whatever the case may be, that what I have to say is of value, is important, and the only person that can devalue anything that I say is God. Other than that, no one else has the power to do that. So it was a real awakening call to go through and back into those dark places and find the little girl that was trapped inside me, and actually free her from free her. and to let her know that you are important. You are of value. What you have to say is important. It's okay. And to take my power back. And that, again, nobody can devalue who you are and what you say. You are important. What you have to say does matter. And the only audience that's really listening, that needs to be listening, is God. And if God feels like anybody else needs to hear what you're saying, he'll bend those ears. He'll bend those ears. Until then, you just do you and be you. The you that God made you to be. This is kind of like a ramble, but at the same time, I hope those who are watching really find nuggets in what I'm saying. I don't know if you've ever had, those who may have had anger issues or have someone in their life that have dealt with those things. I just want to encourage you to open up and talk and have it. It did work wonders for me. It was exhausting. It was emotionally draining, but I do feel like I'm in a better place. I feel like I understand better why. Now it's just holding on to what is important that will that will destroy that root and the fruits of that root. Galatians 5:22-23. Go there, read that, make that a part of your conversation, your declaration over your life. And it's okay. We're in this together. Find out what your destructive behavior is. Take it before the Lord and let Him detox you. We got work to do, people. And where we need to go, poison can't. So allow God to do what He needs to do to get you to where you need to be, which is in the gates. I will see you at the finish line.